Right, welcome to Next Investigations. Now, you've probably seen, might not, there's a recent BBC series about Rome by this Mary Beard, right? And basically, this Roman Empire thing is basically fake as. It didn't exist. It's like a hidden multiculturalist type of society, right? And obviously it encompasses Masonry, Judaism, and all that. And it's basically a complete fraud. This ancient Rome idea, right? Didn't exist. Now, as you see, our Emperor of Rome, Mary Beard. So this Mary Beard one is one of the ones gone about now. Putting the propaganda route in, basically just lies. Sitting watching some of that program that was on, it was just like you could tell it was lying, just straight lies, And as you see this thing, it's basically a trance, right? You see, Beard, right? Like Beard is basically like a bard, right? A bard is a storyteller. Like William Shakespeare. So it's a bard type of thing, and it's a bear, which is like a homosexual type of thing, right? And it's a beard is like a fake, obviously a fake thing, right? And you see this eagle with a snake wrapped around it, symbolising that it's a complete lie, right? It's telling this sort of folk tongue lie story about this ancient Rome, right? It's basically like a propaganda for a multicultural type of world empire, like as Roman Catholic and all this, and complete fraud, It's again so many anagrams in the type of thing of Rome and Romans, as like ME is 33, right? So Royal 33, and the Ruhr, we turn that the Ruhr, like Garden of Eden, it's planting Ruhrs, right? Which again, like relates to Aleister Crowley, like Ruhr, J.K. Rowling, and what's he called, Mark Rowley or something, who was the Metropolitan Police Commissioner or something. So all this stuff, this Rome thing, is basically like a hidden club, as you know, right? And as you see, a book by it, Mary Beard, Religions of Rome, and that's the trans one. That's the trans one, the Gauli priests, right? So they're into that trans stuff, right? And, as mentioned in Metropolitan Police thing, the world's first global metropolis, like Baphomet, right? So it's about like this world society what they're trying to bring about, multiculturalist. And they tell you that it happened already because it puts things into your mind that this already existed, like this place was already conquered. Like as I say, there was load of foreigners were already here, which of course is nonsense because the older generations would have known about it, obviously, if the foreigners had already been here and all that. So it's complete brainwashing spell, right? Ultimate Rome, Empire without limit. It's basically propaganda for what they're doing now. Origin myth. There's such a lot of codes, right? I'm just gonna start off this one here. So you got a newscaster, right, with a cast out spell, right? Called Romilly Weeks, right? Weak because it makes you weak, weaken you with spells. And again, no one of their trances, right? Was known for having an illness at some point and all that. It's called weeks, right? You wanted to introduce the idea of illness and weakness into your mind. See what I mean? I'll spell stuff. Again, read this one again. You've got the code of an organ, right? An organ. An organ plays music type of thing. A spell. It's also like a sex organ, right? And you've got the Roman Roman with the G for the Masonic. Right? Again, this one's involved in all hex, newspaper, and similar stuff. Broadcaster, casting spells. Again, like broadcast, like Roman, right? And broadcast is to do with garden stuff, right? So it's like Garden of Eden. No one here with Roman. The Roman code. No little trans, like looks like a Rothschild one, the Nathaniel Rothschild or something, the younger Rothschild. Again, off their royal line. Again, Ruhr is like eggs, like the Ruhr is eggs, so they're all off the royal line type of thing, all related on some royal bloodline type of thing. Propaganda type of artists. Again, there's a hex to get you to have sympathy for them and all that type of idea, very similar to a lot of the ones like Michael Crawford and all that, Again, we have the Ruhr eggs in this code. And get very similar to, you can see the Guy Ritchie resemblance in the, that one there, the Michael Crawford type of face, all the little trans faces like that, you can see the Guy Ritchie and the other one in it, Ruhr, made in the eggs. And caviar is obviously the posh person's favourite food. Coding in that type of thing, we'd incubate the eggs. To have them in natural way, to incubate eggs, to hatch them. And of course, like hatch. You see the Piers Morgan and the Boris Johnson type of look in that, because all off the same Masonic Masonic lion's paw in 33, with black and white checks, 100% Masonic club. First global revolution, right? So this was always the plan, right? See, founded in 1968. So there's a hell of a difference between 2,000 years ago and all this stuff, right? And basically, it's to bring about the multiculturalist one world society. It's basically like a one where they have like the story in the like Spartacus, where you have the houses own slaves, right? You have all the slaves and that's what they want to bring about. It's just a slave society where you've got ruling houses of rich people, and they're just the other ones are just slaves, all mixed in together, no identities, no nationalities, no race. That's why they're going on about no race. It's not because they want like love and peace and harmony, They want no race because they want everyone lumped in as a slave that they can control, for a slave world and that type of thing, Again, the magic practices of Aleister Crowley comes into it. And again, you see the code in that, right? The Ruhr and the Row and the room. So basically, again, like it's all part of it. Again, with the ruin or the room. Again, the ruin tree becomes something in the Druidic traditions, right? And then you have the skin. the skin, yeah. You also have the art, right? Because the art is again like the Roman gods of the Gauls, right? The eunuch priesthood. Right? This one's a member of the eunuch priesthood, and all these were members of it. Right? And again, like a very type of Jewish face, Ruan Atkinson. As you see, this is the same one that Mary Beard done a book about, right? Breaking Roman gender norms, right? And Cybele and Attis, right? So you get names like Attis, like Atkinson, like Ron Atkinson, and Attenborough, Richard Attenborough, and all that. So basically, that's the core of that. They incorporated in the state religious practices of the ancient Rome, right? The be eunuch, right? To be trans, right, is to be eunuch. Right? So on the way across to being a trans, first of all you've got to become eunuch. You see what I mean? So the urn, the birth, and they can control the birth, right? And then to take the eggs and incubate the eggs in order to completely control like the society, right? So it's like having slave society based on holding the eggs and the sperm of the the people, right? If they can do that, they can control the entire society. It's Asiatic deity. So European stuff, it's basically be eliminated and replaced with an Asiatic idea, really. As you know, India, Pakistan, China are all Asiatic type of thing, really. And this is what they want to bring about. To have total rule, right? Ruling houses like them Rothschild and Windsor and all them other houses, And then this one we call Cybele or Q-Bell, right? Q-Bell. And that becomes the cube, right? Which is an incubator. So when these are walking around this, they're praising the fact they're going anti-clockwise, right? So they're going against nature, right? Clockwise will be nature type of thing. Anti-clockwise will be against nature. And they're praising the incubator. So it's a science program that's within this. See, so it's like Frankenstein, Frankenstein. Obviously it's meant to have a stone in it, right? People think the stone is like a normal stone, but it's a science program, hidden, right? Hidden in a black box. And that's what they're praising when they're walking around this. Incubators. So basically you can incubate any type of creature, right? From in an artificial capacity, including human beings, which is what they do. And obviously they keep it secret. But basically them nuclear facilities, this is what they do in there. Like people, obviously it's unclear, like in the nuclear code what they're doing. But again, the layer, the nuke layer, it's royal, right? It's royal. So what they're doing in there is this royal program of genetics. So they're incubating human life, they're experimenting with human life, like Frankenstein type of thing, This is where you get the name Bates, right? Incubates. It's not master Bates, it's incubates. See? That one, how feminine, how Jewish, right? You got out of the inkwell, so you got out of the incubator. The spice of your program, like King Solomon's spices. Right? Again, everything is coded with this stuff. And we've gone back right to early. And this one was to attach a spooky idea, right? To their program to stop you looking too closely. na site oor, Norman Bates.